you don't know me, my name is Pelletier and I'm a 500-hour yoga instructor. And today I'm going to be taking you through a power yoga flow focused on the core, focusing on building strength and building heat. All levels, total body, and we'll get started. So starting just standing, keep a little bend in the knees, and inhale, take a full body stretch. You can interlace the thumbs, maybe interlace the fingers, start to engage the core, really root down through the feet and lift back up through the fingertips. And as you exhale, just forward fold. So bend the knees as much as you need here and just allow your upper body to melt over your lower body. A couple options, you can grab opposite elbows, you can grab fingertips behind the back, and just finding organic movement, just moving side to side. So as you shift the weight between your feet, just notice how different parts of the legs start to open up. And if you can, interlace the hands behind your back. Start to let the knuckles fall forward, away from the lower back. Let the neck release, just let it hang like a piece of fruit. And go ahead and bend the right knee, straighten out the left leg. Peel the left shoulder over the right and open up the chest. Take a breath into the left shoulder, the left IT band, left hamstring, inhale. And then exhale, back through center, both knees bend. To the other side, straightening out the right leg, left knee bends. Left shoulder melts onto the left thigh. And maybe the gaze shifts over the right shoulder. Close the eyes, just breathing in and out through the nose. Starting to wake up the body. So come back through center, release the fingertips. Bring the hands down to the ground. Inhale, lift up halfway. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Exhale, forward fold. One more time, inhale, lengthen. And exhale, release. Plant the hands here and step back into your first plank pose. So building the foundation, wrists are underneath the shoulders, extending through the legs. Think about spiraling the inner thighs up to the sky, and that would kind of make your heels splay out to the side. Then you squeeze the heels together, and your whole body is in this isometric hold. Inhale. As you exhale, pick up the hips, downward facing dog. So the whole back body stretching open. And you can start by pedaling out the heels, finding some movement, opening up the backs of the legs as well as the shoulders as you reach your chest back to your thighs. And the breath. So in and out through the nose. And we'll start to move with breath. So as you inhale, bend the knees, almost finding like a turbo dog kind of stance. Lifting the sits bones high. Exhale, launch your body forward, and your abs catch you right here. Inhale back, exhale, forward. Press all the air out of the lungs and squeeze the abs. Press down through the hands. All right, now with your own breath, inhale back, bend the knees, power as you exhale forward. Inhale. So working the legs here, legs start to warm up, shoulders, core catches you in plank. Take a few more. And then just landing downward facing dog. Inhale, and let it go through the mouth. This time as you inhale, lift the right leg high. Bend the knee and open up the right hip. Take a full breath in. As you exhale, right knee, left elbow, so you're twisting over to the left. Keep pressing down through the hands. Inhale again, open through the hips. And exhale, twist, right knee, left elbow, squeeze the oblique. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, last time, right knee, left elbow. Inhale, open up the hip. And then exhale, step the right foot outside of the right pinky. Finding yourself here, hands inside the feet for lizard's pose. Left knee can drop down, or you can keep it lifted if you'd like. Left hand roots down, take the right hand on top of the right thigh and start to peel the chest over to the right. You might get a couple adjustments in your lower back. I always get a couple pops. And take a few breaths. Let the exhale sink your hips a little bit lower towards the ground. If you want, you can open up the arm here. And our quads get super tight when we're sitting and we're working from home and just also from running. Really, my quads are kind of always tight, but this is my favorite quad stretch, to start to open up the left quad as well as the right shoulder, reaching back for the left foot with the right hand. And you really want to use the exhale to start to soften through the left quad. And you can play with movement here. So if you draw your chest down towards the ground, it's a little bit more quad opening. And if you kick back into the right hand, the shoulder starts to peel open. Take 2 more breaths here. And slowly release. Hands come back down, peeling up the left knee. Plug the low belly up and in and step back, plank pose. Take a full breath in here. As you exhale, left knee touches left elbow and step it back. Right knee touches right elbow, step it back. Just alternating side to side. Squeeze the belly. Try to keep the hips stable here so the whole body is like frozen in midair and the leg is just moving. Plank pose, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath. If you want to release some heat, feel free to take a breath out through the mouth. Next time you inhale, left leg high. Bend the left knee, peel open the left hip. Left hip stacking over the right. Inhale. As you exhale, left knee, right elbow, squeeze the belly. Inhale, open, almost like scorpion with the top leg. And then exhale, press the air out, squeeze the belly. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, 1 more. Inhale, open, and step the left foot outside of the left pinky. Lizard's pose. So right knee can be up or down. Right hand is your support. Take the left hand on top of the left thigh and start to open the chest. This hand on the left thigh just helps to find some leverage to help you twist. And use the breath. Reaching back for the right foot if you can. If you have a strap and you can't reach for the foot, you can always tie the strap around the foot. Using the breath, using the exhale to help you soften through the right quad. And again, maybe finding a little bit of movement. Chest reaches down, the sensation deepens in the right quad. Kicking into the hand, the shoulder opens. The best part about these online classes, you can do whatever you want. So you can take any variations. You can pause anywhere that you need a little bit more time. You can do that in a normal class too, but No one can see you, so you can really make this your own. All right, coming back, hands plant down. Lift up through the hips. Start to engage the inner thighs, low belly to spine, step back, plank pose. This time we're going for a twist. So left knee, right elbow, step it back. Right knee, left elbow. Almost like a slowed down mountain climber. If you want to go for an active jumping mountain climber, you can do that as well. Or just stay with the breath. Slow, controlled, intentional movements. Stay with it for 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Knees down, child's pose. Sink down, hips touching heels. Release the forehead down and take a few breaths. Exhaling through the mouth if you need a little bit of heat release. Take one more breath here. Inhale, coming forward into a tabletop position. Curl the toes under, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. From here, bending the knees, looking forward. Engage the core. Think about hopping forward, and then find the power from your legs and your core, hopping forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root your eyes all the way up. And exhale, Tadasana. Bending into the knees, finding chair pose. So feet can be together or apart, or whatever feels better in your lower back. Inhale, reach the arms forward. Sink a little bit lower. As you exhale, sweep the arms back, lifting up onto the heels. Squeeze the ankles together. So here we're building ankle strength, inner thigh strength, quad. Inhale, chair pose. And exhale, lift the heels. Triceps engage as you reach back behind you. Inhale and exhale. Stay with it. Inhale. Exhale. You can always keep the heels on the ground if that feels more comfortable today. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. This time, inhale, keep the heels lifted. So you're on your toes, just little pulses up and down, squeezing. Stay with it. Keep the core engaged, almost there. For 3, 2, and 1. Drop the heels, reach up and back. Take a full breath in, and exhale, forward fold. Step the left leg back behind you, finding crescent lunge. So finding a strong foundation here, inner thighs squeezing, reach the arms out in front of you. When you're ready, inhale, crescent lunge. Deepening into the front knee, the back leg is nice and straight and strong. Option to drop the back leg if you need a little bit more support. And we're gonna go for some breath to movement again here. So hands come to the chest, palm to palm. As you inhale, straighten the back leg and reach the chest forward. So the core is keeping you stable here, the right glute is keeping you stable. As you exhale, bend the left knee and align your torso right over your pelvic floor. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale. Back knee hovers almost off the ground. Inhale and exhale. Stay with it. Inhale. Exhale. Keep squeezing the inner thighs. Whole body engaged. Bringing the focus into this moment. Inhale, extend. And make your way back to crescent lunge. Deepen into the front knee. Right hand comes behind you, open arm twist. Maybe the gaze follows the right hand. So open arm twists require a little bit more engagement through the core to really help you find the full twist here. A few more breaths. You're doing great. And inhale, warrior two pose. So I'll just switch sides so I'm facing you. Warrior two, hips opening towards the long edge of the mat. Deepen into the front knee. And you want to find a nice stable base here to help you flow using the core. Inhale, extend arms out long. We're going to go for a reverse warrior side angle flow without using the hands. So the core is going to be engaged in helping you find this movement as well as squeezing through the inner thighs. Inhale, reach up and back. Right hand pushes away from the body in front of the abdominals. As you exhale, left hand pushes away, right arm reaches over. So normally we'd have our hands here, but now we're pressing the left hand across the belly. Beautiful. Just moving with your own breath. So inhale, reverse. Find length. Exhale, side angle, variation. Just using the core. Sink a little bit lower into the legs. And stay with the breath when things get challenging. Coming back to just inhale and exhale. All right, inhale back through warrior two. Straighten out the front leg. Walk the back foot slightly in. Inhale, reverse triangle. Both legs are straight, and then exhale, triangle pose. You can bring the gaze up or down, whatever feels better, just stretching out the left inner thigh, or sorry, the right inner thigh for you. Inhale and exhale. So here, your right foot is forward, left foot is back. Coming into a grounded airplane pose, left leg reaches up, fingertips about 6 inches in front of the toes, underneath the shoulders. We're going for 10 Jiva squats. So, find length through the left leg. Root down through the right foot. This will be the inhale, inflating through the body, expansion. And then exhale, tuck the left knee behind the right calf. Inhale, open. Exhale, contract. Bending into the right knee. You can use blocks here if you need a little bit more height. Sometimes blocks also just make this pose a little bit more comfortable, but stay with it. 3 more. 2, really squeezing the left glute at the top. And 1. Awesome. Step back, left foot touches down, both hands down, set the right foot back, plank pose. All right, first vinyasa. Options include dropping the knees, coming into cobra, elbows bent, or maybe you're ready for up dog. Just finding whatever vinyasa feels right, stretching open the belly, collarbones wide. Exhale, use the core, down dog. Take 5 breaths here, either in down dog or child's pose. And just come back to flow of breath in and out through the nose. When you're ready, toes come to touch, look forward, hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise all the way up and back. And exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, chair pose. Pausing here. We won't be here for as long this time. Inhale, exhale, shift the hands back behind you. Maybe you lift up onto the heels. Totally optional. Inhale, exhale. 1 more time. And inhale, reach all the way up and back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. This time, right leg steps long behind you, squeezing inner thighs to find stability. Right leg nice and long behind you. Reaching the fingertips out in front, use the core. Pausing here, then taking an inhale, crescent lunge. All right, so just taking a moment, setting up your foundation before we start to move. So the ball of the right foot is directly underneath the heel. Reaching the thumbs up and back, stretching the front body. Hands come to heart. Next time you inhale, launch the chest over the front left thigh. Right leg is super straight and strong. And exhale, right knee hovers off the ground. Torso comes right over the pelvis. Inhale, launching forward. Exhale, hover. Inhale, core is engaged. And exhale. Stay with it, move with your breath. In and out through the nose or through the mouth if you need to release some heat. Plugging muscle to bone in the back leg when it's straight and then bending. Left glute is working. Core is engaged. 2 more. Next time you inhale, reach the arms out and up. Crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior 2. And find your alignment, so front heel in line with the arch of the back foot. Deepen into the front knee so you feel this nice opening through the hips. From here, inhale, reach the front arm forward, up and back. Right hand is now pressing across the body. Core is engaged. Exhale, reverse. Left hand presses across the belly, keeping you stable, keeping you strong is the core. Just moving at the pace of your own breath. If this ever becomes too much, you can always drop your hands down onto your thighs for supports. But staying with it, keeping the focus on engaging the core, finding length. Lower body is cemented down, super strong. This time, inhale, straighten the front leg, reverse triangle. Maybe you want to walk this back foot in slightly. And exhale, Trikonasana, triangle pose. Just taking a few breaths here, settling into this opening. Inhale and exhale, release. So now your left foot is forward, your right leg is back, but I'm gonna switch because, this is right. I'm gonna stay with it. All right, so left foot is forward, right leg is back, coming into those Jiva squats once again. So walking the fingertips forward, underneath the shoulders, right leg is extending long behind you. Point the right pinky toe down so your hips are square to the ground. Inhale, all about length, all about inflating open. Exhale, contracting right knee behind the left calf. Inhale and exhale. Use the power of the left leg and both glutes to open up. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, right glute, left glute squeezing. Stay with it. Almost there, 3 more, you got this. 1 more, and touchdown, awesome. Step back, plank pose. Take your vinyasa knees up or down, chaturanga halfway or all the way down. Inhale, upward facing dog, breathe in. And exhale, just sink into child's pose. Drop the forehead down. Release a breath out through the mouth. And inhale, coming back up into a seat, coming into a core sequence. So on the sits bones, feet out in front of you. From here, slowly lower all the way to the ground. Draw the knees up into the chest. And just gently massage the lower back. Rocking side to side. Bringing the knees over, actually straightening the legs first. Finding a little bit of a Pilates stance here. So bringing the heels together and the toes apart. And this starts to engage the inner thighs. So once again, heels together, toes apart. Taking the hands behind the neck. We're going for star crunches. So inhale, open up the legs. As you exhale, squeeze the legs together and lift the shoulders up off the ground, squeezing the inner thighs and the low belly plugging into the lower back. Inhale, open. Exhale. Inhale, exhale, squeeze the air out from the lungs. Inhale, open. Exhale, really plug low belly down. Starting to fire up our core center. For 3. Lifting a little bit higher on these last 3. 1. Coming back to center. Interlace the hands, reaching this Venus lock, releasing the thumb and the first finger. Just little pulses up to the toes. Again, keeping the Pilates stance. So the heels are squeezing in together. Inner thighs engaged and lifting. Staying with it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Taking a little break. You can drop the feet down and just let the feet kind of seaweed side to side. And then coming back through center. Extending the legs back up to the sky. Couple options for leg lifts. You can do 1 at a time. Or we're lowering 2 and lifting for 2. Lowering for 2 counts and lifting for 2 counts. And taking the momentum completely out of this. Just using the strength of the core. Staying with it. You can bring your hands underneath your glutes, just thumbs underneath your glutes, helping you find a little bit of support for the lower back. We've got 5 more. 4. Keeping the legs straight, inner thighs squeezing in if you can. 2 more. Almost there, 1 more. Awesome, coming back through center. Again, just rock side to side. Bring the knees right over the hips once again. Interlace the hands behind the base of the skull, and you don't want to pull your neck here. We're going for some slow controlled bicycles. So extend the right leg long. We're twisting right elbow to the knee. Focus on bringing the knee close to the elbow without straining the neck. Twisting, low belly pressing down, power through the left leg as it straightens, twist. Twisting on the exhale. You can breathe out through the mouth. And stay with it. So you can take these as fast or as slow as you'd like. Building core strength, super important in yoga to prevent injury, to help us stay solid in our poses, help us keep our balance. Stay with it for 5. Maybe going a little bit faster. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome, release. drop the feet down and just windshield wiper, side to side. We've got one more abdominal move right here. We'll extend the right leg up, interlace the hands behind the right calf or behind the right thigh, wherever it feels comfortable right now, and then extend the left leg long out in front of you. So for me, I feel comfortable here grabbing onto the calf, but if that's too much, you can grab the back of the thigh. But we're going for pulse, pulse, so you get this nice long lengthening, and then switch on the exhale. So this is a little bit of this is moved from Pilates, but I really like it because you focus on lower belly pressing down into the mat, and you also get a hamstring lengthening. All right, so let's go for it. Pulse twice, switch. Pulse. Pulse, pulse, switch. Staying with it, moving at your own pace. Keep the breath flowing in and out through the nose for 5. 4 more. 3. So close. 2. 1. Awesome. You are done with the core sequence. Gently let the knees fall side to side, and now bring the feet in towards one another for Supta Baddha Konasana. Bottoms of the feet touch. You can place one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart, and just let the breath start to settle. Maybe close eyes. Just all of your awareness on the rhythm of your inhale and exhale. And just noticing how a little bit of movement, a little bit of breath, such a simple tool, but so effective to bring us back to our bodies, to the moment. When you're ready, closing your knees back together, we're taking an outer hip stretch. So this can either be figure 4, if you prefer, on your back, crossing one ankle over the thigh, or rolling up into a seat and finding pigeon pose, which will be a little bit more intense, and if you have delicate knees or a knee injury, then figure 4 might be more well suited. But just extending the left leg long behind you, bringing the right knee into the right thumb. And if your hips are kind of like hanging out in the air, you want to find a pillow or a blanket and find some support underneath the right hip so that it's touching down, it's grounded. Dropping the forearms down. And the breath is really our biggest tool here. So we're using the exhale, starting to lengthen out the exhale. Maybe you drop down onto your hands or forehead to the ground. Using the exhale to help you soften through the right hip. Every exhale, growing a little bit longer, a little bit deeper. Helping your body surrender into the pose. Softening the jaw. Softening the face and the shoulders. Taking 3 more breaths. When you're ready, pressing back up into a proud pigeon pose and just switching sides. You can make your way through downward facing dog. Left knee to left thumb, and lengthen out the right leg directly behind the body. So sometimes our right leg can kind of swing out to the right, but you want to keep it behind you, centered. Allowing there to be a different side to side. So sometimes our bodies are not symmetrical, and that's okay. So one side might be a little bit more challenging, and just meeting your body there with the breath. So using the exhale to start to soften, and there's no rush. So there's no rush to drop down onto your forearms if you're not ready. Allowing the exhale to take you deeper. And our outer hip, our piriformis, is just one of those muscles that we can't rush. So it takes a good 60 to 90 seconds to start to really open up the outer hip. And so giving yourself that time, because tight hips can be felt throughout the body. It can be felt in the knees, in the back. It's really important that we take the time to let go of some of that tension that just builds up naturally from sitting, running, walking. Use these next 3 breaths to release a little bit more. Softening the jaw, the face, the shoulders, anywhere that's holding on. And slowly making your way up, just swinging the back leg around and finding a forward fold of your choice. Maybe extending the legs out wide, or you could bring them together for traditional forward folds. I'm going to take the legs out wide here, but finding a little bit of strength flex through the feet. Reaching the arms out in front of you, and just maybe going 60% of your maximum stretch, and just letting the exhale soften you. Softening through the inner groin, inner thighs. If your legs are out wide, if they're together, you can have a little bend in the knees and work on softening the back, softening the hamstrings. Close the eyes, soften the jaw. Just focusing on the inhale and exhale. Take 3 more breaths. When you're ready, slowly making your way back up to a seat. Bring the legs together, slowly releasing onto the mat, rocking gently side to side, and just reaching for opposite ankles, outer feet, happy baby pose. You can also reach for just the shins or the calves. Find a gentle rock. Feel free to close the eyes. Just checking the time. Bringing the knees together, hugging the knees into the spine for one last stretch, hugging everything in, tight little ball, and then rocking up into a seat, finding a cross-legged position, dropping the hands down to the knees or thighs. Bringing your hands to heart center, palm to palm or palm over palm. And just acknowledging yourself for taking a few minutes to benefit your health, to get the blood flowing, move some static energy. And when you're ready, gently opening your eyes, coming back to the space. Thanks guys so much for joining me. Again, my name is Molly Pelletier, and you can find more classes live on my Instagram at zucchini.who. Thanks so much, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day.